Hi, I'm Adam Dobrinich, Bay Area real estate agent and certified probate and trust specialist. Today I want to address one question that I get on almost every single phone call from clients that need to sell a property in the probate process. So whether you are in the pre-probate phase or you've already started that process, I almost always get this question, which is, can I sell the property during the probate process? Now, in one of my other videos, I gave a really good example of why it is so important to work with somebody that truly understands the probate process and what you need to do or what you are able to do when it comes to selling a property. So the story that I told in my other video that I'm going to tell again here because it is so important was a phone call that I got from a client that ended up working with me after they had spoken with the real estate agent that they had used to purchase multiple properties through them throughout their life. And the question that they had asked their agent was, hey, look, my mom passed away. I have this property that I need to sell. I'm about to start the probate process. Can I sell the property in probate? The answer that the agent gave was no. You have to wait till the end of the probate process in order to sell a property. Now, this client who had done some of their own due diligence online and trying to assess whether or not they could sell a property in probate was basically getting mixed messages because they had their agent who they trusted, who've done multiple transactions with them, telling you, no, you can't sell it during the probate process, and things that they were reading online saying that you can sell it during the probate process. So that client happened to find me online. They gave me a call. They said, hey, look, I have an agent who has told me this, but I wanted to find out from somebody who has a lot of experience doing probates, can I actually sell a property during the probate process here in California? And the answer to that question is absolutely yes, you can. And this is why it is so important that you work with somebody who has been through this process before, has had a lot of experience doing probate sales, working with attorneys, working with the courts to help their clients get properties sold, because it is a unique skill set and it does require some expertise in knowing this process in order to make sure that the information that you are being communicated is accurate. So to dive into this a little bit further, like I said, the answer to that question is yes, you can absolutely sell a property during the probate process. Now, depending upon the situation for your particular property will dictate how that property can be sold. The first thing we need to assess or we need to find out, and your attorney will be able to help guide you through this as well, is whether or not you have full authority or limited authority. So if you have full authority, that means that you have the full authorization, the full right to sell the property, to make the decision yourself of which offer you're going to take, and ultimately proceed through the process of selling the home within the probate process. Now, the other scenario is limited authority, which basically means that the court is going to assist and facilitate the sale of the property. So what ultimately occurs during limited authority is you would put the property on the market, you would get offers, you would accept an offer, then the property is now going to go into the overbid process. And what the overbid process is actually a hearing at the court, at the county, where other parties are able to come in and bid a minimum amount over the offer that you had accepted. And if nobody shows up to that, the original buyer that you accepted that offer would get the property. If other people do show up and they do make higher offers, ultimately, whatever that highest offer is, somebody that is well qualified and can close would then actually be the buyer that you ultimately end up in contract with. Either one of these scenarios happens during the probate process. Usually it happens at about the 3-month mark, but again, that can vary depending upon the situation and the timeline for your particular probate. But again, this does happen during the probate process, and that's why it is so important, like I said, for you to be working with somebody that has this expertise, that has this experience, that can guide you as your true fiduciary and help you to best represent the estate and make sure that everything that you are doing is done properly and the way that it is supposed to be done. Now, if you have any questions at all, or you just want to chat through your particular scenario and get a little bit of advice or input, I am here as a resource for you. Please do not hesitate to lean on me. I encourage you to schedule a call. My calendar is right below. Please feel free to book a call. All you gotta do is click on the calendar, fill out the information, and we will book a time to talk about your particular scenario. Again, I cannot stress this enough. Please work with the right agent to make sure that you are being best represented. Circling back to that story that I provided you at the beginning of the video, That client that called me as soon as we got off the phone called me back literally 5 minutes later and said, hey, look, I'm working with you. My other agent who has helped me to buy and sell other properties has been great. They've worked with me through lots of transactions, but they clearly don't know the probate process. And I want to make sure that I'm working with somebody who knows what they are doing to help guide me through this scenario. So I ended up taking them on as a client to help get their property sold during their probate process.